Guess what we're doing today? Working on the Sierra. Actually, not really doing too much. We are changing some headlight bulbs on our 2014 Sierra. So, stay tuned. So we got these LEDs off of the Jungle website. So it's here. So they're pretty standard, but they do not have a halogen. But although they are kind of big in the rear because there's built-in fans, they do come with some gloves. This is mostly just so the oil on your hands don't get on the bulbs. Probably help you not scratch yourself too. So that's in there, LED light. Never used these before. We're going to show you how to change bulbs in a 2014 Sierra. See how this goes. So we're just going to go to the driver's side, and in here you'll see that there is a port right here, and that you just pop off, righty tighty lefty loosey, and you'll be able to access the bulb immediately. I don't know if you can see the wire that's just below this here. That's what's feeding the bulb on that side. On the passenger side, different scenario. This air box has to come off, and then you'll be able to access it after you get rid of this cover. You can kind of see it right there. There is the port, same as the driver's side. So yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna reach in here, pop this off. All right, just rubber seal. You can take a look at things, but usually these are all in pretty good shape. And here's your access there. You can see the back of the bulb. Now, from the looks of it, I haven't opened these before. From the looks of it, it's got quite a fan built up. They may have aftermarket bulbs in here. One thing I have been noticing is that they're kind of weak sauce, and they don't seem like they are like leveled. You can only adjust up and down. I don't know if anyone you remember the old school halogen bulbs, big sealed beams, but these are not like that. You can only go up and down. So we're gonna pop this out and take a peek. Okay, so as you can see, this is the old bulb that was inside it. Yes, these are aftermarket LEDs that were in there, unbeknownst to me. You can see how they have a long pigtail. These are the new ones. I'm gonna try and hold them just with my glove hand. They have a built-in fan there, which these ones I'm sure do, but they're more similar to the original halogens. I'm gonna probably keep these old ones and just see which works better, because there's no reason to get rid of these. They were still working, but I do see down in here, I don't know if you can see that, there's some rust spots in there. Maybe they're not sealed as well, whereas these don't seem to have that open space there, so they might be just a slightly better quality. But we're gonna give that a shot. Okay, so you can see, if you take a look right in there, we have them plugged in. Good rule of thumb, plug it in before you put it in the socket. Makes life a lot easier for you. And now we're just gonna see if we turn on. So just take a peek there. Those are working. Let's see what a comparison to the old light. I don't know, I feel like they're a little bit brighter. You might not be able to see it on the camera, but looking better. Now for the hard part, I'm gonna do the other side. You see my son's just popping these off. Went and took this off. That just connects to there. Part of the oxygen system, air mixture system. So that's a pretty easy tab, just pop open with your fingers and pop it off. And I just put it under here to keep it up and out of the way. And we will take it off of here as well, because this is part of the box. And that's just a flathead there. You think in the shop here we'd have a flathead, but no go. This is the school I work at. This is kindly on occasion I'll do simple things like this. It's just because it's nice and warm. But yeah, the boys working at that. Stay tuned. Okay, so this box has 4 kind of worn standard ends. Kind of a choice of a flathead or was it a Phillips? That could be wrong. I always get the 2 mixed up. Flathead or Robinson, I guess. So it has 3 of these, of this style, but then the other is a Torx bit. So that looks kind of like a star. You can see some larger ones in here. That's why I always bring a little kit like this, just in case. Yes, vehicles have Torx screws, but I didn't think the airbox would. So that's interesting. So word to the wise, it's always nicer to have more tools than necessary. Okay, so this one, we were unsure. I was pretty certain they just had little tabs. So you basically just take your 2 hands here and pop up, and these little rubberized tabs will open up. These are not screwed down at all. They're just the rubberized tabs here. Oh, get time to clean out any debris or anything you see there. You can see those rubberized tabs. They just push in. This one's seen better days, so it's not going in all that well. But and then you have your rubber grommets on the bottom here that they go into. So these are not, again, these are not screwed down. Not screwed down. They are just simply pushed in place. Okay, and that gives us better access to here, where we will open that up. I'm going to pop this tab off too, just so I have a little bit easier access. But we'll show you that in a second. So sometimes it's nice to have extra ones of these. Of course, if you were a shop, you would have them. So these are the push tabs. It kind of basically works like an anchor. So this just pushes down in here and opens up this wedge, keeping it from pulling out. So you have to pull this one of 2 pieces out of it, and then this wedge will come out of the space. Used commonly in stuff like this dust guard, but also you'll see them in like door paneling and things of that sort. So that's just something good to know. Yes, you can reuse them if they're in good shape. We're going to reuse ours. You see how that works there. But of course, if you do have some new ones, if you're not a garage mechanic like myself, I'm not a garage mechanic, but it's nice to be able to do these sort of little things on your own if you can. Save you a bit of money, maybe not so much time. Okay, so now you can see we have that access. That's perfectly great. That's great access. So you just pop this off, twist, just a little tiny twist, and that'll pop off. And again, we can see that aftermarket LED that we're not super happy with the pigtail. They are loose. They're quite loose in here. They do not make a real good contact. So I am thinking it's probably one of the reasons why these lights were not so great. You never know what you're going to get sometimes. But here is the bulb. And again, just have this little tab here. I don't know if you can see that. And we just pop these off. Obviously our lights are not on. And then that's it. And we'll just pop the new one on. Cool. Okay, we got the fresh new one here. Again, we're just going to connect it up before we pop it in there. I'm gonna try not to touch it best I can. It's supposed to be for dust, but I'm working at this at a different angle here, so my apologies. Oh, come on, jackwagon. A little precarious. Hey, let's go. Hey, just kind of feel that one in there. You feel that one in there? Get ya right here, just right here. Okay. So these ones are a nicer press fit. Gonna have to push them in a little bit. but they definitely feel way more snug than the other aftermarkets that were in there. No wiggling, no nothing. So, and you can see I partially used the glove. This was the first one. Yeah. So, you know, you are protecting it. Cool. Okay, obviously these need a bit of a clean, but very bright. And we're looking at the pattern on the wall too, and it's nice and crisp and straight. Whereas the other ones looked kind of off. But I'm already seeing an improvement. So we're happy with these new ones. These old ones, garbage. And the fact that they had this pigtail takes up a lot of space. And no built-in fans from the looks of it. And they did not seat really well. So I don't know who makes these LEDs that we purchased, but so far they sit really nice in there, nice and snug, and they look great. So button everything back up and go do some night driving. Okay, so we just fit this back in here. Thought we'd show you. And then just give them a nice little, nice little push. Kind of have to find where the grommets go. Oh, I think I found the grommet. Found a grommet. Did I find a grommet? I can feel it there. There we go. If you're a bigger guy like me, that should not be very hard to do. Just lean on it a bit, and if it doesn't feel like it's going, you'll feel underneath where the grommet is, underneath there, and where that nipple tab thing fits into the rubber grommet. I think as long as you get the one lined up, the others kind of follow in place. But yeah, that feels nice and firm now. I'm happy with that. Then we just put our filter in. I'm gonna wait till the spring to replace this. It's a little on the dirty side. You know, you do the light test if you need to. And yeah, I can barely see that light. So that'll be on the list of things to change, even though it just had an oil change that I didn't do. Okay, that in there. Pop this bad boy on there. If you want to clean it, clean it. You can see there's a little sensor in there. That's what that plug's all for. Be kind. Don't just toss these around. You don't want to have to replace sensors, so be good with your bits and pieces, bits and bobs. Get this guy fitted in here loosely. There we go. So now make sure top and bottom are snug, and you just line it up, man. Easy stuff. Screw everything down. Remember where our cable is here. Might as well put that. We don't want to forget it. And there's also a little tab here that sort of helped align the wires. So we'll get that screwed down, and then we're done. Have a good one. Okay, she's done. Everything's looking good. Start. Yeah, those look nice. Really happy with those. It's the one chance this truck has gotten to thaw. Minus 23 Celsius outside. And it does a number on trucks. So just keeping this thing clean and the road salt and whatnot off of it. But we're really happy with today. It was productive. Did a little minor maintenance. Should probably have done a video when I put these on, these side steps. They were another jungle website find. Couldn't beat the price. Really happy with how these are working so far. And they're pretty resilient considering all the stuff we've done just in the last 6 months or so with this truck. This new to us truck. But yeah, stay tuned. We'll have more stuff on the truck, more stuff on various things. Just a little bit of everything on labs, cats, and road maps. Have fun.